Breaking Bag, yeah.
Oh,
I'm the one who begs. I'm the one who begs.
He's Heisenberg or whatever. Yeah.
Someone tipped $2. Thanks for $2. It was anonymous $2 tip. Oh, excuse me. JJ Naysay, an 11 euro super chat says, you can say you want to collab with Kino Casino to get a new audience, and then you can say you don't need growth, you don't need to do toxic content, but it can't be both. Huh? What? I have no idea what that means. If you can rephrase, okay. But all I'll say is, here was the problem of what had happened, okay? Because so many people had eternally stolen my content and had literally sniped all of my content nonstop, it was impossible. It was literally impossible for me to get any new viewership for a very long time, okay, if that makes sense. I was lost in the algorithm because anyone who looked for DSP literally just found detractor content, okay? And because of that, it was absolutely impossible for me to have any kind of growth or increase of income. I was stuck. For years, I was just drifting at the same level, and there was absolutely nothing that I could do about it. So I said, I have to do something drastic and different. And I did. I collabed with them. I reached out to them. I orchestrated the entire thing. Behind the scenes, I was pulling their fucking strings every moment, and they had no idea. And I'm not saying the Kino Casino guys are going to turn on me or anything. Who knows what's going to happen, right? I led them exactly to where I wanted it to go. And then as soon as I saw that it wasn't benefiting me anymore and they had no ideas for me because they were brain dead, stupid idiots, I cut the cord. So I got massive exposure on a totally new level to a whole group of new people. I got a ton of extra support. That support allowed me to upgrade my setup, to become a PC gamer, to do all kinds of new kind of content that I couldn't do before. I branched out. I reached out. All kinds of people now knew who DSP was who never did. And the rest is history. Since then, I've been good. I don't need to collab or do anything. And every once in a while, maybe I do. Maybe I have an Asmongold interview, right? Or I jump on with Wings and we have a talk. And it goes really well.
Okay, everybody! Now that the insane fucking gaslighting cope session is over.
I couldn't honestly hold my laughter, dude. Like, this is ridiculous.
Fuck! Oh my god!
Did it work? Did it work? We
got him!
I love this show.
We got him!
We
got him!
Yeah.
And now, like I said, now I implement new things. The TCG stuff for 3 months has been great. And it just keeps moving, that momentum. All I literally needed was that one moment of exposure that I couldn't get because of thieves. And now, all that's over and I'm good. Simple as that. So I don't know exactly what you're trying to say, but I'm good now.
You don't have to sell me on Phil.
Yeah.
I'm already hypnotized, Steve.
Can you believe
Steve,
it?
I already view him as
DSP
God.
scammed his fans. That's why we're cool with him.
That's why we support Phil.
I know, Madamus. He said it's still hard to find the live streams. I watch 2 times a day. It's never on the front page like all other lives are. I always have to search for your page to watch. I'm well aware. It's because of the age of my channel. When you get to a certain age and your channel hasn't exponentially grown, it basically gets lost. YouTube actually has things that makes older channels not get found. I'm serious. They've coded it so that new content always shows up and old content or legacy channels like mine get buried. So there's nothing that can be done about that. I've done everything I can, right? I've pushed, I've tried to rename, I've tried, it was hilarious because I'll give you an example. You ready for this? So many years ago, I'm going to give you a little behind the scenes here. Mike Klum and I were talking about this documentary, okay? And one of the things that he actually had wanted to do, which I didn't think was a very good idea anyway, but he thought what we should do for this documentary is have a how can I say? There was a idea where he was going to try to coach me on how to improve my YouTube channel. He was going to say, do custom thumbnails for every video. Use a catchy title. Use the title first. Before you put this game, game flu part, whatever, it should say, exciting, catchy thing. And then this game, gameplay through part, whatever. You have to put the catchy thing first. You have to put it on the thumbnail, right? You have to do it this way, that way. So basically, since we broke that was like 2-3 years ago. I don't even remember anymore. Since we said we're not going to do that, right? I literally tried to implement all of those things. I now have custom thumbnails. I now have catchy titles on every video. I have actual edited content that I've put out. And guess what? Has the channel blown up? Has the channel exploded? No, because none of that's going to matter. When you have an entire internet that A-logs you unfairly, that doesn't actually put you in real context, that just wants to say everything you do is wrong, it doesn't matter if all you're doing is in line with the rest of the industry or even exceeds the rest of the industry, right? People have even said my card unpackings are actually better than most other people's. The quality of having the camera here and everything and the way I do it, it's actually better than a lot of other people's who do it professionally.
I'm not a clown and I'm not an actor.
So why is it when I open a God pack of cards, I only get 3,000 views? Because I'm Darkside Phil. And immediately the positive that everyone else would be freaking out about, oh my God, so-and-so pulled a God pack, becomes, oh, DSP got it? Well, it must be fake. He's an asshole. You see what I mean? It doesn't matter how much I improve myself if the internet is so demented and so stupid that they don't care. They're just going to say that I did the wrong thing anyway. So who gives a fuck, right? Instead, I'm going to focus on those that do care. I'm going to make content for those that will support it. And that's going to be where I'm going to find my success. It's not going to be copying everybody else, going by industry standard, changing like none of that matters. My streams will forever be buried. I'll never be able to get prominent feature on YouTube. It will never happen, right? Just because so many people have found profitability in A-logging me, I will never actually benefit from the same things that everybody else does.
Sure.
Anyone else would have pulled a God pack and immediately would have had 10,000, 20,000, 50,000, 100,000 views. I got 3,000 because everyone stole the video. Everyone said it was fake, even though it's not. Everyone has to say the negative thing about DSP, so no one cares about positivity. And therefore, when Keemstar says, well, because you're known as a lol cow, you know, the only way you'll profit is from the negativity, so you should buy into it. He's right. Keemstar's right. It doesn't matter how many positive things I do, I'll never benefit from them. I could cure cancer, single-handedly fight off an alien invasion, and then as a meteor is about to strike the Earth and destroy the planet, I could punch it and shatter it into 1,000,000 pieces, saving every human, and people would still say, yeah, but he snorted when he did it. Ha, ha, ha. So instead of focusing on that bullshit, I'll just do what I like, and I'll try to entertain an audience that does care, and I'll stay in my lane. And that's what I've done, and it's actually going really well for me. Okay, so I hope you understand that. Like, everything's going pretty darn good right now as a result.
He's a bum!
Do you know
He's
how hard?
an ungrateful beggar bum!
Someone tipped $2 and said, as a husband, I would never let someone make fun of my wife for any kind of gain. And you notice that's when I left, right? You notice that was what the straw that broke the camel's back.
I look like his. I guess that's why he didn't want to fuck me, is because I look kind of like his wife.
Is, you know, you can joke every once in a while, or you could take it to a certain extent, but when you take it too far, and that's literally what broke the relationship, is Ashton is mentally deficient. I do actually believe that he's probably autistic. He doesn't understand social norms. He doesn't understand why wouldn't you just allow someone to insult your wife constantly for money? I don't understand. I would, right? That's what he would say. So he doesn't get it, okay? He just doesn't understand there's a line you don't cross. and I'm willing to work with them and I'm willing to do a certain amount, but there's a line. And the line was, you're not going to sit here and insult my wife or family. That have nothing to do with my content. And to them, that's like, well, I don't understand. Nothing's off limits. Yes, it is. Normal people would always tell you there's stuff that's off limits, but they're not normal. They're fucking weirdos. They're degenerates. They're really broken, vile people. So to them, oh, well, we're just going to keep doing it. Well, fuck you then. Cut the cord. I'm good. I already got what I wanted out of this. You guys don't have any ideas. You're morons anyway. So get the fuck out. And I did, and it worked. Okay? And I'm not saying the Kino Casino guys are going to turn on me or anything. Who knows what's going to happen, right? And for the record, because someone says, well, they're more successful day to day. Because there's a broken society of people who live eternally online. A normal person would never open up a Kino Casino stream, watch it at face value, and be like, what great content. They'd literally stare at it like, what the fuck is this? There's a fat guy, and he's drooling, and he's screaming. He's acting as if he's mentally deranged. He's ringing a fucking dinner bell as if he's trying to call children in from the fields. And then people give him money when he does it. There's another guy that can barely fucking speak because he's been so cracked out, he destroyed his fucking body. And he's lisping and spitting all over the place. He's sweating profusely. What is this show? Who would watch this? And you realize, oh, maybe they are kind of like mentally off. And you realize, no, it's just, that's the show. That's the actual show. It's mentally deranged people watching mentally deranged people, and so they give them money. A normal person would watch it and be like, this is fucked. This is like, I can't believe this exists. I can't believe they have viewers. No, that's because there's a whole society of people online who are like that. They're broken in the head. They don't have friends. They don't have family. They don't have a significant life for themselves. They just sit online making fun of others to make themselves feel better about themselves. So they watch two mentally challenged guys make fun of other mentally challenged people, and then the mentally challenged give them money.
Dude, you look at the fucking mirror, you stupid muppet?
That's a pretty broken cycle, and it's profitable. It's 100% is profitable. 100%. I don't want to do that. I could. I don't want to be involved in that. I don't find that of any value to human existence. I don't find that entertaining. I find it harmful. And quite frankly, I find it insulting that it exists or it's allowed to exist. It's fucked. The moment you start watching, any outsider, normal person with a life would watch that and be like, what is going on? He's actually, and Andy very slyly got rid of the slide whistle, right? Because that was even so Looney Tunes. Like when he did it, it was like, dude, it's like Looney Tunes. It's like they're two cartoon characters. They're entertaining people who have the mindset of a 5-year-old. Because that's who would like that kind of crap. It's literally content for 5-year-olds. So who, unreal. So how on earth would you not understand that? Like, again, normal people do. Normal people be like, why? When I started associating with them, people were like, what are you doing that for? They're fucking, it's the weirdest weirdo shit. Why would you do that? It got me exposure and it sure made me money. Because again, there's a whole generation of people who are like that. Weirdos online. No actual fucking lives. This is killing the detractor community. They can't fucking take it. They can't believe it. Like, they actually think that this is like a giant plan. To this day, they're still saying, listen to this. They're still saying that Kino Casino is setting me up. Like, this is still a Carrie-like situation where the pig's blood is going to dump out of the sky onto my head. They're still saying that. They can't cope with the fact, they can't handle the fact that actually things are going well for me. I got people who want to be on my podcast as an interview. I just can't get them scheduled because they're so fucking slippery like eels, right? But, like, things are very different. And these people can't handle it. What's up, Beef Supreme? How you doing, man? No, I didn't try to go back on Kino Casino. What a fucking idiot. Anyway. They weren't sitting there on their stream saying, Phil is an absolutely horrible person who doesn't deserve any success, and we wish him the worst, and we hope that he loses everything. They didn't say that. If they said that, then maybe I'd be like, all right, something's up here. Okay? They were just laughing at common shit. Like, what the fuck is wrong with people? Okay, so now I'm okay with it. Everyone laugh at the shit. I think it's funny too. Oh, there's no way. Those people are snaking him. That's not, what? Now why do you always got to move it, right? It's never good enough. Fuck these people. That's why I don't pay attention to this shit.